Hey everyone, this is Sean with the Deadbolt Mystery Society, and I'm about to give you a walkthrough of the Ready to Escape Puzzle Challenge video. Now, if you are about to watch this video, most likely it's for one of two reasons. One, you've already solved the puzzle challenge video, and you want to see if the way that you thought about things and the clues that you picked up on, if those things aligned with what we were thinking when we created this challenge. So that's one reason why you might be here. And then the second reason might be you haven't solved the puzzles yet, or maybe you are stuck at a place and you're looking for a little nudge. So no matter which one of those reasons brings you here, or maybe there's some other reason why you're here, I'm happy that you are joining me right now. And I do want to give a warning that as we are about to move forward, I am going to be giving plenty of spoilers because I'm going to be walking through every puzzle, pointing out the clues, and giving you a lot of information on how to solve this challenge video. So if you don't want to experience those spoilers, here's your warning. Go ahead and close out the video, and then you can come back and check it out at a later date when maybe you have actually solved the challenge video or you've just given it your best shot. So with that being said, let's jump into this walkthrough. I'm going to play the intro here. So one thing that I want to tell you about, I want to give you a couple of Easter eggs or inspirations when it comes to this. So the coffee shop that you are experiencing in this video is inspired by a real place. So there is a coffee shop here in Tupelo, Mississippi. That's where the Deadbolt Mystery Society is located. And there's a coffee shop that has a bulletin board that has business cards and flyers right where you pick up your drink. So the setting is inspired by a real place. And then the drink that you order in this video is inspired by a real drink that a friend of ours orders at this specific coffee shop. So there's two little Easter eggs, two little behind the scenes pieces of information if you care about that. So as you collect your drink, an enigmatic video begins to play as you've scanned this code. So now the door opens up and let's see what happens. Let's get into this. So the first thing that we experience is we see this book, and there are 2 pages of text that appear here. And then right after this, there are 2 more pages of text. We're just going to take this, take this slow, take these 2 pages at a time. And what's important to know about this, you are basically being given an order right now. You're giving an order and you are being given instructions on how to solve this challenge video. So we'll get all right, so here we have this text. Let's go through it. Find my name and the names of the three. They may be held hostage or they may be free. So the first thing is find my name. So we're trying to figure out the name of the character that has put this together. So that's one name, and then the names of the three. So we're going to be looking for 4 names total. They may be held hostage or they may be free. So are these 3 names that we find, are they being held captive or are they free? Then are they people or just words from a page? So then it's basically asking the question, are these real people or is this fiction? And then continue oblivious or free the rats from their cage. So do we want to pay attention to this? Do we really care? Or do we think that they are held hostage and we want to free them? The next page, once you find your way, on 4 strings you will play. So basically, once we have the 4 names, so we have when we find my name and the names of the 3, that's 4 names, then we will use that with 4 strings at some point. You can drop the from my name, but spell the rest just the same. So this is insinuating whenever we figure out this character's name, the word the is going to be in there and we can eliminate that. But any other name that we find, we need to spell that exactly like we find it. Okay, so let's go to the next 2 pages of text in this book. Again, this is giving you an order and it's giving you just instructions on how to proceed with this puzzle challenge. One thing that I want to point out to you is, even though this is giving you an order, you can work the first 4 puzzles in any order. So that's something. Maybe you get stuck on one and you want to jump around and trying to solve something else. You can do that. So the first 4 puzzles work that way. But this is these pages here are technically giving you, the step-by-step way that you need to solve this video. All right, so here, let's look at this text. Each letter from a name gets 1 digit. Each name's total helps get the code to finish. So once we have these names, each letter from a name gets 1 digit. So if you took my name, Shawn, S-H-A-W-N, that's going to imply that S will get 1 digit, H will get 1 digit, A will get 1 digit, W will get 1 digit, and N will get 1 digit. Then each name's total helps get the code to finish. Again, if you were going to use my name, after each letter in my name has received 1 digit, you will add all those up to get a total. With 4 numbers now, in order you seek, start with the strong and fade to the weak. So we've gotten 4 names. Remember, the name of the character plus the names of the 3. And then we've given those digits and added them up and gotten 4 numbers. And then start with the strong and fade to the weak means we need to put those in an order. So strong is going to be the one that is the highest number, and fade to the weak, which is going to be the lowest number. Next page, once 7 digits you finally hold, the next part of the story will then unfold. So what we're getting here is, once we get these numbers and we have this order, all of those numbers will combine for a total of 7 digits. All right, so what I want you to pay attention to here is the use of the word digit and the use of the word number. Okay, so let's say 3 is a digit. 30, so 30 would be a number in this context. 30 would be a number with the digit 3 and the digit 0. So keep that in mind as you move forward. All right, so let's continue. All right, so on the screen here, you have a series of letters that will appear. And if you notice, before that very first letter, there was a dot. That's a component here. That's a clue. So we've got the series of letters. The first one had a dot. Now we have a metronome. This metronome is going back and forth, just ticking back and forth like a metronome would. So we've had the series of letters, first series of letters, metronome, and now we have a second series of letters. And as we get to the end of this series of letters, you will see another dot that appears right there. All right. Now, if you have your sound on while solving this video, as soon as that dot appeared, you will hear a tick, or the tick of a metronome, of the metronome that is in this video. So you have a dot here and you have an audible tick. And then the first series of letters, you had a dot before. What this is showing you, it's showing you the extremes. It's showing you the ends of this series of letters. So when we go back and look at the metronome here, let's go back to the beginning of right there. Okay, here's the beginning of the metronome. You will notice that the metronome is starting to the right side. So this puzzle can be solved completely without sound, but the sound gives you a second clue. So we start on the right side, which is to clue you to start on the right dot. So that letter T. So we've got starting on the right side and then the audible click on that dot. So we start on T. And then how does the metronome work? Metronome goes from the right side to the left. So then this is saying you need to go all the way to the other extreme. So to where that H is with the dot, and you need to pull that letter. So we've got T being the first letter, and going over to the other side, giving you the letter H, and then the metronome would go back to the right. So then we're going to go back and take the next letter. And this is just going to go back and forth until you pull all the letters. And you are going to get the phrase, the maestro is waiting. And so therefore, when it says find my name, the maestro is going to be the name there. And another clue, as this metronome is ticking back and forth, there are 19 ticks, and that goes along with the 19 letters that are in total in that string of letters. Okay, so the maestro is waiting, and that's how you solve this puzzle to figure out my name, that portion of the puzzle challenge video here. So now we're going to go into the next puzzle. So here we have a Greek character here, and you will see these different segments pop up in different places on the screen. So here we got one in the sort of the bottom right of the screen that appears, and then we have one in the bottom right again, a little bit closer towards the character here. If you were to put each of these sections that appear together, so there's 4 sections total, it would form the Roman numeral 1. Form the Roman numeral 1. So that's to imply, hey, this is going to be the first name of the 3. This is what we're working on. I'm going to pull this back some. All right. So if you see on the left-hand side where the first part of the Roman numeral 1 appears, and you look in proximity, so if you look to the right, on the column, you will see a sideways letter A. All right. So every place that one of these segments of the Roman numeral 1 appear, it is drawing your attention to a certain place on this image where you can see a clue. So there's A. If you look at the top now, top middle, and you come down a little bit on the tree branch, you will see the letter R in the tree branch. Now you will see the character pop up here, and in the middle of this sort of barrel or um, uh, bag or whatever it is that you see the arrows in, here you see the sideways letter I. And then where the next one appears, if you look to its left, you will see a sideways A. So we have the letters A-R-I-A, which gives you the word aria or the name aria. So that is going to be our first name of the 3. All right, so now here we are. We have many random numbers on this page, sort of groupings, and then we have arrows in between these groupings of numbers here. And now we have letters that appear, groupings of letters. And in the bottom right-hand corner of this, you will see the Roman numeral 2. So this is going to clue us to the fact that we are now on the second name of the 3 we are looking for. Now we have clocks. And as you look through this portion of the video, there should only be 3 clocks that you can tell time on. All the other ones are missing hands, or if they have the hands, they're just out of the frame. So let me scrub back here a little bit. All right. So if you look at the first clock on the top right here, you are going to get the time. It's roughly 4:18, something like that, 4:18. And then as the video progresses in front of us, we will have a clock that gives us the time 1:12. And then the final clock gives us the time 12:40. Okay, so those are our times. And if we come back to this and we take those times, so the arrows in between these, all of these segments represent the hands of a clock. So the first time was 4:18. So if you look at 4 and the long hand goes to the 18, we get the letters HA. The next time was 112. So the longhand goes to the 12, and we get the letters RMO. And then the final time on the third clock was 1240. The longhand goes to the 40, and you get the letters NY. So if you put all those together, you get HARMONY. So you get the word or the name Harmony for the second name of the three. So recapping at the moment, we've got the maestro is waiting for the first puzzle. We have aria for the second puzzle, and then we just figured out harmony as the solution to the third puzzle here. So we're going to go into a third puzzle after this. Now, if you look close in the static, you should be able to see the Roman numeral 3 in there. And then what we're going to see is we have a series of 3x3 grids that appear. So that had blue letters in it. Now we have a new grid that has yellow letters in it. Then we're going to get a grid that has green letters in it. And then we are going to get a grid that has red letters in it. One thing I want to draw your attention to, so the dials on the bottom right side of each television set are not meant to be intentional red herrings. They're part of the image. We did not change that. And so if that threw you off, it was not an intentional thing to distract you from what you were working on. And if you notice, as every grid appears, it's basically you're watching the same television set. You're just getting different things that come through the static. So we've got these 3x3 grids, different colored letters. All right. So now what we have piano keys, and we have the same colors that appear. So that was yellow. We have red here, blue, yellow again, and green. Okay. One thing to note about the piano is, I'll go back to that. One thing that we're not expecting you to have outside knowledge of playing a piano. So this is another thing that is not meant to be an intentional red herring where you have to figure out the notes of these keys. The important part to pay attention to here, the important part is the colors, and then putting those together to give you an order. As we go to the next part of this puzzle, so we're still in the same puzzle here, third one, for the third name. We've got this 3x3 grid again with light bulbs, and these light up in a sequence. So different ones lighting up, and paying attention to which ones are lighting up, that's important. So we've got, I think, one more. Okay. So if we look at this and we put all of this together, so we've had three things basically. We've had the television set that's giving us a grid of letters. We had we had piano keys giving us colors in an order, and then we have these light bulbs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the piano here. So the first color is yellow, and so the first color is yellow. And then if we fast forward to the first light bulb that lights up, it's the bottom right light bulb of this grid. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go back to the television set, and we now have the yellow letter grid that we're going to look at. And if you look in the bottom right, so where that light bulb was lighting up, you are going to pull the letter G. Okay, so that's our first one. All right, now so let's go, but we're on the key. So yellow was our first letter, then red. Okay, so red is our next one. Let's look at the second light bulb. So second light bulb is middle row and far left. So again, the color's red, middle row, far left. And let's look at that grid right there. Middle row, far left is going to be the letter R. All right. Next color is blue. Okay, so blue is the next one. Third light bulb to light up is going to be top right of the grid. So let's go to the blue grid. Top right is going to be the letter A. So we have GRA so far. Well, let's look at the colors again on the keys. After blue is yellow again. Okay, so we have yellow. Fourth light bulb is going to be the middle light bulb. So when we go back to, so middle right there, then they give us the letter C. So middle letter C. And then let's look at our final letter. So green is the color. All right, that means the last light bulb is the top left. Okay, so top left. And as we look at the greens grid, top left is the letter E. So we have GRACE, which gives us the word or the name Grace. So now we have our four names. So we have the Maestro, we have Aria, we have Harmony, and we have Grace. So let's move ahead now. And what did it say? Basically, once we have these names on four strings, you will play. Let's get to the next point. Here we go. So four names on four strings we will play. Each letter gets a digit. So that was the thing. So let's start off with the Maestro. So it also said, my name, you can remove these. So we're going to go with just Maestro now. And each letter gets a digit. So now what we're going to do is we are going to spell out Maestro using the four strings and the violin here. So if you let's just start doing it. So if you take the letter M, the M is on the fourth string, so that's going to get the number 4. A is on the string valued 1, so it's going to the A is going to get a 1. The E is on the string for 5, so it's going to get 5. S is 4. T is 9. R is 1, and O is 1. So each letter gets one digit. So that's what we have there. And if you total all of those digits up, you will get the number 25. So Maestro is going to give you 25. When you do the same process for Aria, Harmony, and Grace, Aria, so we got A is 1, R is 1, I is 1, and A is 1. So that's going to give you a total of 4. Harmony, H is 5, A is 1, R is 1, M is 4, O is 1, N is 4, and Y is 4. You are going to, when you add those up, you're going to get the total 20. And then Grace being the last one. So G is 1, R is 1, A is 1, C is 9, and E is 5. You are going to get the number 17. Okay, so we have Maestro 25, Aria 4, Harmony is going to be 20, and Grace is going to be 17. So those are our numbers. All right, so then it said, in order you will seek, and you needed to go from the strong to the weak. So that means we need to put those numbers into largest to smallest. So that means 25, 20, 17, and 4. So that's our new order, okay? That's our new order. And we are going to move to the next part. So we on four strings you will play. So we've done that. And then here we are at the end. What is the code? So we've got these numbers, and then it says we will need 7 digits. So if you put all those together, 2520174, that's 7 digits. So we have our 7 digits. And there's one final thing that we have to do to get the code. If you look and see primarily the numbers on the keypad on the left, it's 3x4 grouping. Then if you look under what is the code, you have all letters in a 3x4 grouping. So now we just pretty much have to do association with this. So we're going to take all of those 7 digits and associate those with the correct letter on the keypad under what is the code. So 2, so we've got 2520174. That's going to be the code. So 2 is F, 5 is Y, 2 is F again, 0 is T, 1 is R, 7 is A, and 4 is S. So what is the code? The code to solve this ready to escape puzzle challenge is FYFTRAS. So what you would do is you would go to the link in the description of this video and put that code in, and that would be the correct answer for you to solve this puzzle challenge. So I hope that explained all the puzzles, the order, the clues that you were looking for. I will say that there was one more clue on this. Again, if you had the sound turned on, you would hear 7 7 sort of alarm sounds, 7 sirens to sort of clue you to 7 digits in this final code. And when you were looking at the clocks earlier, you would also hear 7 ticks of the clock to let you know that you were looking for 7 letters at that time. So again, you can solve this without having the sound on at all. Those are just some additional things that that fed into helping you figure out what you were completely looking for. Yeah, so hope this helps. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Same thing on the challenge video. Hit the like button. That helps us out. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so. We plan to release more videos like this, so more challenge videos, more walkthrough videos, and plenty of other content that's completely free for you to enjoy. And if you like the challenge video, please share it with your friends. It's free. That's we're wanting to add value to our DMS family by providing plenty of free content in addition to our murder mystery games and books and other things. So thanks so much for joining me on this walkthrough, and as always, I appreciate you being a part of our DMS family.